So I know what you're thinking. Why can't I learn a second language in a Harry Potter-inspired world? I mean, we've all thought that, right? Right? If I'm being honest, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I read the first book and watched all the movies, but I wasn't as enraptured with it as many are. Sorry, the unsubscribe button is below if you need it. Anyway, I am always looking for new ways to learn my target language, which is Mandarin Chinese. In this video, I'll be jumping headfirst, wand first, into the world of Terra Alia. I'll be talking about its strengths, its hilarious glitches, and what it needs to fix to become a powerhouse of a language learning game. Let's go. So we start with the basic tutorial. Similar to most tutorials, we learn how to hop around and grab things, standard stuff, so we'll just skip it for now. Once you get into the game, the second part of the tutorial begins with how you actually use the game. It introduces you to the various puzzles, gives you different methods of memorizing words and testing your knowledge, and then after that second tutorial, it sends you out into the real world, sort of, I guess. From here, things start falling apart very quickly. I feel like none of the stuff from the previous tutorials really carries over, thematically or like puzzle-wise. And I'm left wandering around a kind of glitchy, lackluster Harry Potter knockoff world without any real direction. I start a quest to help this girl find her broken wand, and I do actually help her find a piece, but then it doesn't really pan out to anything, and I just feel like she's gonna have to live out her days with a third of a wand. Sorry, bro. I tried. Then I go fight some guy for whatever reason, and it's really confusing because I have no clue what I'm doing. The controls are super buggy, and I was never really given a tutorial on how to fight people with magic. It seems kind of obvious, but then like you do it and it's just doesn't really work. It's super buggy. Oh, I killed him. He's dead. I killed him over the... Then I attempt to help a groundskeeper deal with meddling kids who litter. I don't know. After a while, I just start wandering around and manage to go places I don't really think I'm supposed to be yet. It's too bad, really. I was hoping for a story-based language learning game, but what I'm getting is more of a wander-around simulator. And it's really light on the language learning. It's actually light on any real coherent story, and heavy on boring walking around. I definitely think there's potential here, but I can't really give it my seal of approval because this game needs a serious overhaul to make it worth anyone's time or money. But I do think the framework is there. It's just not meant for the store yet. So here's a couple things I think it needs to be more successful. As far as glitch fixes, currently I feel like everything is buggy, from the fights to the even speaking itself. Throughout the game, it fails to hear most of what I'm saying in the conversations, which is a big drawback for me as a language learner. You know, it kind of helps to be able to hear you. Then let's talk about the name. You should be able to read the name and know it's about language learning, or even some form of it. Noun Town, yeah. Language Lab, yeah. Terra Alia. It just sounds like a cell phone game that's out to steal my money and data and sell it to some Chinese company. Oh, shit. Lastly, it lacks a coherent story. The game starts out heavy with a lot of lore, and I'm like, okay, not gonna remember any of this. I'm sure the writers are super excited to tell their story, but instead of telling it all up front, maybe ease the player into it, like Legend of Zelda style. Just hand me a sword and tell me to walk around. That would have been better. Like, make the game more like the second tutorial. I'll be honest, wandering around Hogwarts talking to kids and helping someone pick up trash and broken sticks is boring. Like, super dull. And not fun. I basically do this every day at work. Make the game more like the tutorials. Lots of puzzles and action. Less talking to kids about nothing important. I could continue, however, I'm going to let these developers continue to, well, develop their game and see where it goes. But at the moment, I can't recommend it. It's not ready for consumption. It's just not. It's cake without the sugar. What would you like to see in a language learning game? Let me know in the comments and we can chat about it. You know me, I love chatting to you. My name is Ari with FitProVR, and don't forget to get your language learning in today.